Okay, friends, we're starting off laying down today. And I really just want us to relax to begin with. So spread out your back, please. And press your shoulder blades heavily down. And feel nice big chest. Breathe into your spread open chest and rib cage. We'll take a few more moments just beginning to settle in and just breathe here for a moment. So please get super comfortable. I like a little bend in the knees coming into a resting position just to soften up the low back. Nice big inhales here, big exhales. Really allow yourself to feel all the sensations of your breath. Like a scientist, carefully study the temperature coming in and the temperature of your breath coming out. Gathering information about your breath, the length, the depth, the duration. Notice what muscles move. Allow yourself to really dive in and meditate and just be present with your breath here for just a moment. I invite you to use your imagination and feel your breath gathering tension from your body and releasing it with each exhale. Notice the parts of your body that are taking a little bit longer to let go than the others, and acknowledge that with compassion. And then send a little more breath to those places. Allow a little more release. With a slight tuck in your chin, you feel there are no creases on the back of your neck. Spine is nice and long. Allow even your face to relax at last, your forehead letting go. Your cheeks, your tongue, all relaxed. Your jaw hangs open. Maybe even cultivate in your imagination here a glow, a really nice feel-good glow in your body. It gets a little brighter with each breath. And having thus tuned into this moment and connected with what is happening now, let's keep this connection with the breath. We want to keep this ultimate awareness of what is happening right now in the body and even the mind as we begin to move. So meditation and movement is always a good thing to practice. And we'll just gently move our hips around a little bit to start. So let's bring the feet in close in toward your hips and then away from each other, nice and wide. And I like it kind of wide, and you can experiment with your width, but we're going to windshield wiper the knees for a moment. And I want you to feel a really great release around all facets of your hips. So really dive in. Make this as gentle or as strong as you need it to be. But I would suggest starting very gently and allowing this internal and external rotation to massage out your low back and kind of wring out your pelvis and all the little muscles that attend it. If you want to get your upper body a little bit involved, make some goalpost arms and press them into the floor, releasing any tension across the front side of your rib cage as you twist your lower body. So you're beginning to bring activity in through your whole body here. All your parts are moving. They're all active. Maybe a few more times on each side, wringing out. Hopefully any pops that happen are feeling good. If you ever feel any pain here, just back it up. Back off a little bit. Okay, let's come back through center. The knees are pointing up. Let's pause here. So I want to walk the feet in here so that they're about hip width. And your knees and your feet and your hips are all going to stay in the same two perfectly parallel planes as we begin to come up into a bridge. So if you want a little extra shoulder massage today, try keeping your arms in this flat goalpost position, okay? You can always vary your arms if this is not comfortable and bring them down by your side. But with your knees pulling inward slightly, go ahead and push into your feet and lift your hips nice and high. Press into your upper body as you take a big breath into your chest and your hips. And exhale to roll your spine down with ultra control. And we'll do that a few more times. So inhale here, lift the front of your body. Think of pressing your heart upward. And exhale, roll it down. And now you find a pace that's natural for you. Go ahead and take a few more rounds, maybe 4 or 5. I want you to focus on that extra special strength between your two legs. So your two thighs are pulling inward toward each other. Feeling really strong and grounded in your glutes, your hamstrings, and your inner thighs as you lift and lower. Okay, now come on up and let's hold here for a little while and just breathe. Put a length in the back of your neck so there's a little bit of arch off the floor there. We have the knees pulling inward, the strong thighs working, strong glutes working. Keep breathing. Okay, maybe one more big breath here. Everything touching the floor pushes down. And let's super slow roll it down on the exhale. Super slow. Roll it down. How long can you go with that breath? Nice. When you finally land and you unroll that tailbone, tuck hands behind knees here. We can take the knees wide and kind of circle them out. You maybe grab your shins or your knees, but stir around all that hip meat, okay? All the many muscles in and around your hips. Getting a little massage here. Okay, bringing the knees back toward each other. We'll start to rock and roll a few times. So try to rock yourself up and balance on your hips with or without the aid of your toes, and then roll it back down. And maybe 4 or 5 just like this, kind of enjoying the playfulness of it. See if you can super control it. Okay, couple more. All right, maybe one more and I'll meet you up there. See if you can hold here in your boat posture. Okay, now I'm gonna challenge you to maybe let go of one knee. Okay, if you need to grab it again, totally fine. Maybe let go of the other knee. And I'm gonna maybe challenge you to extend one leg first and the other leg second. Okay, you can always back it up, but let's take one more big breath in here. Lengthen through your spine, your arms, your legs. And on your exhale, we're gonna let it go. Drop your feet. Okay, always good for some core work in boat. So let's point the knees out to one side and we'll flip it over to hands and knees. Okay, here comes some cat-cows. Just gonna warm the spine up a little bit more, warm up your core, your upper body. Grip that mat pull the elbows inward. Heart pulls forward with the inhale. Lift it up. And exhale, push the floor down. Shake that head. Let's take a few more rounds just like that. Pull that heart up. And push the floor down. Okay, I want you to feel the front and the back of your rib cage peeling open. Next time you're in a cat, or you're in a cow pose, cow pose, pulling that heart forward, gripping the mat, lifting your belly button. Hold it here and breathe. One more big breath. All right, on an exhale, push the floor away, rounding into your cat pose. Hold here, big breath in. Big exhale. Nice, inhale. Pull yourself back through, and I'll meet you in just a regular tabletop position. All right, tuck your toes, and we'll just bring it up and back to a downward facing dog. So come on up. Let's walk it out here. Shake your head. This is our first down dog, so I want to make it really interpretive and exploratory, circling through the shoulders and a little bit pedaling in the knees. Okay, finding out maybe where does this down dog feel restricted and where does it feel pretty good? Where are we going to work with today? Okay, so let's start to move around a little bit. I'll just get us a little warmer. So feel free to take little breaks if you need to and modify it anytime. Let's bring the heart forward on an inhale. Find a plank. Okay, as you exhale, drop your heels to the left. You're going to roll onto the outer edges of your feet. Okay, inhale here, lift that right hand up. And let's pause here in a side plank. Now at any time, you can always drop the bottom knee. That's the left knee. You can always drop that, okay? That's a side plank just as much as the knee up is a side plank. So let's take one more big breath in here. And your side plank, and exhale back down to your plank. Inhale here, bend your knees, look at your hands, and exhale, walk to your hands. We're gonna fold here. Inhaling, roll yourself up all the way up. Come up on your very tippy toes. Exhale here on your tippy toes. Drop it into a chair squat, looking up at your hands. Inhale for that tippy toe, standing all the way back up. And exhale. Drop your heels here. Hinge at the hips all the way down. You can bend your knees. Coming halfway up on the inhale. Make a big fold on the exhale. Palms are down here. Inhale and step yourself back to a plank, and you can use your knees or not. With your exhale, you can put your knees down first or slowly lower all the way down. All right, coming up to a little cobra on the inhale. Pull that mat so you're pulling your heart up and forward as you try to point your tailbone down. So big breath in into your front body here. And exhale, bring it down, and I'll meet you back in a downward facing dog. So come on up, and let's take some time just breathing here. Okay, downward facing dog, always a good time to check in and notice how your body feels now. How it might feel a little different each time you come back. It's nice to have these checkpoint postures, right? So push out through your hands, push back through your feet. You're trying to increase all the distance between all your parts. Take up a lot of space. All right, so as you're ready, send your heart forward. Inhale into a plank, just like we did on the other side, but opposite. Exhale, and this time drop your your heels to the right, coming into a right side plank. Say inhaling that left hand up. And I'm going to spin around to face you here. So remember that if you're in a side plank, you always have the option to drop the bottom knee, and that's a perfectly lovely side plank, okay, just as much as it is with the leg long. So make that decision. We'll do this a little bit more later on. So inhale, lift, one more breath here, and exhale, bring that left hand down. Spin it back to a plank, okay? Inhale here, bend your knees, look at your hands. And exhale, step to your hands, big fold here. Roll it all the way up for your inhale. We're gonna do the tippy toe squat again. Okay, so inhale, just standing, tippy toes. So balancy. Okay, exhale all the way down. Your tippy toe squat can go as low as you want it to, but control it. And inhale up to standing tippy toes. Woo. Exhale, heels down. We're folding here. Hinge it all the way down. Come halfway up for your inhale. Unroll your spine, heart forward. And make a really big fold for your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale here, back to your plank. You can hop it, you can step it, yogi's choice. And we're exhaling all the way down. Inhale here, a cobra. Pull back on the mat, lift that heart, drop your tailbone. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take some breath here, maybe 5 or 6 long, slow ones. Close your eyes, see if you can sense warmth building in your joints and your big muscle groups, the backs of your legs, the back of your rib cage. See if you could sense strengthening inward of all your limbs, okay? At the same time as you're shooting out energy, you're also pulling back in, so there's this balance. There's this centralized point of strength. See if you can find that central point right now and just pull inward. All right, my friends, let's keep going. So similar to what we did before, inhaling here, find your plank. Exhaling here, drop your heels to the left, come into your side plank. Inhale, right arm up and over. Now I'm gonna spin around to meet you again. I want you to stay here in this plank. Let's experiment. If you feel pretty good about it, try lifting that top leg. You can do this with the bottom knee up or down. One more big breath in. Now check out this challenge. As you exhale, bend that right knee, okay? Send the right foot forward. See if you could carefully step it at the front of the mat. Inhaling here, all hands up. Find yourself in a crescent lunge. Okay, exhale here. All hands down in front of that right foot. Okay, we're gonna step the back foot a little closer and see if we can launch that left leg up into the air for a standing split. So hold here with me and breathe. You can always come down with that back foot. Maybe you bend this right knee, okay? Let your head hang. Strengthen out through that left leg. Breathe. You can bend the right knee as much or as little as you need, but keep a little softness in it so you're active in the legs. We're not passive. Maybe one more breath here. Maybe experiment with grabbing that right leg with 1 or 2 hands, balancing on that foot. One more big breath in right here. And we're bringing all the hands down on the mat. Those left toes come down back there. Up to a 3-leg dog. On your inhale, let's send this right leg up and out behind. How high can we get that thing up there? And exhale, drop the right foot. Back to our little chair squat vinyasa. Here we go. Inhaling hard forward to plank. And exhale, hop or step to your hands. Big fold. Inhale, roll it up. Ready for tippy toes? Here we go. Tippy toe stand. Exhale down, tiptoe squat. Keep those knees pulling inward. Inhale, tiptoe stand. Exhale, heels down and fold. Halfway up, inhale. A big fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Pull on that mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 or 6 breaths here, yogis. Breathe into the hips and shoulders. Anywhere you feel warming up. Okay, strengthen out through the legs. Press out through the hands. And see if you could feel a gentle lift, maybe in the center of each palm, like your hands could be suction cups. And try to sense that same suction cup feeling in your feet, as if you had the gentle arch kind of lifting upward. Notice how that feels in the arms and legs. Okay, here goes the other side. Inhaling here, heart forward to a plank. Exhaling here, heels to the right. Inhale, left arm up. We're on the other side. Okay, I'll spin around again. Flipping around to meet you guys. Okay, breathe here. Extra challenge, maybe not. Maybe we lift the top leg. Holding, breathing. Point your tailbone away from the top of your head. Okay, calmly bend this left knee. Send the left foot forward to step at the front of the mat. Don't worry, we'll do that again. Inhaling here, all the hands up for a crescent lunge. Exhaling here, hands down in front of that left foot. Okay, we're gonna step the back foot a little closer. And then we're gonna launch the right leg up into the air. So here we are in a standing split. Just want you to relax as much as you can and just be here. We can bend the left knee, okay? Extend and strengthen through that right leg. Make it super strong. And drop that head. Try to just enjoy the sensation of being upside down. It's good for us to be inverted and change that perspective, huh? Maybe for this last breath, you try grabbing your left foot with your left ankle with 1 or 2 hands. All right, friends, all hands down under your shoulders. Those right toes are coming back to the floor for a lunge. 3-leg dog with the left leg. Inhale, left leg as high as you can get it. Send it up there. And exhale, left foot down. Here comes a little vinyasa on the other side, okay? Inhaling, heart forward to plank. Exhale, hop or step forward and fold. Roll it up, inhale, tippy toe squat, coming up. Tippy toes and exhale, down to your tippy toe squat. We're coming back up, so inhale, up to tippy toes. Exhale, heels down and fold, hinge it. Halfway up on that inhale, heart rolls forward, and exhale, big fold. Palms are down, inhaling to plank. Exhale all the way down. Cobra on your inhale, big heart. And down dog on your exhale. So 5 or 6 breaths here. We're gonna do another round of kind of what we did, but we're gonna add some more things on to explore. So we'll do the side planks again. We'll do that lunging forward. We'll do the standing split again. And we'll just keep adding. But maybe just close your eyes here. Just sense for a moment how it feels to be in this posture. Find a line of energy running from the center of your gravity out to all your fingers and toes. All right, my friends, here we go. Inhaling here, move it forward into your plank. Come on forward. Exhaling, heels to the left. Inhale into your side plank. Maybe lift the top leg. Okay, we're taking a full breath in here. And a full exhale. Nice. Bend that right knee. We're going to float the right foot forward again to the front of the mat. Lunging. Okay, landing in a lunge. Inhaling here up to your crescent lunge. Send that heart up and forward. And exhale, all hands drop in front of that right foot. Boom. So remember that standing split. We're gonna step the back foot a little bit forward and then lift that left leg up into the air. So taking your time here, I want you to experiment with that same little balance before, where you grab onto your ankle maybe. Okay, or maybe you want more of an opening in the back of your right leg, then you can walk your fingers back behind your right foot and think of hugging yourself towards your right leg. So you have options here. Maybe one more big breath in and out in your standing split with a strong left leg. And then bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and send your right hand a little bit further to the right, and I'm gonna have you put your left hand on your left hip. We're gonna pick that left hip up and turn it open to the side. So now your left toes are pointing to the left, and so is your left hip. And let's hold here, maybe experimenting with lifting that top hand in a half moon. So breathing here in your half moon. Remember that you have options. Okay, you can make this less challenging by bending your right knee, even dropping the left toes, okay? You can make it more challenging on yourself by changing your gaze to look all the way up. Or a variation I like to work on is I try to work on lifting the bottom fingers. So wherever you are, stay long in your spine, strong and long in your legs. Taking up a lot of space in this posture. Nice work. One more big breath in. And let's come down in slow motion. Okay, we'll get the right fingers back down, the left fingers back down under your shoulders. Drop the left toes to the floor behind. So you're in a lunge. A 3-leg dog. Inhale, right leg up and out behind you. Send it high. And exhale, drop that right foot. Here goes a little vinyasa. Inhaling, heart forward to plank. Exhaling, hopper step to your hands and fold. Roll it up, inhale, tippy toes, here we go. Exhale, squat as low as you want to go. Inhale, back up to standing tippy toes. And exhale, drop your heels, fold it. Halfway up, inhale. And a very big fold on your exhale, hug your knees. Palms are down, inhale to plank. Exhale all the way down. Cobra on your inhale. Down dog on your exhale. 5 or 6 breaths here, yogis. Be in your down dog. Remember the suction cups in your hands and feet. And try closing your eyes and just feeling the energy pressing out through all your fingers and all your toes and converging at the center of gravity somewhere behind your belly button. Feel the length of your spine increasing with each breath. All right, here we go. Inhaling here, heart forward to plank. Exhale, heels to the right this time. Inhaling, left hand up in a left side facing side plank. We're taking a full breath in and out. So maybe lift that top leg for extra challenge if you want it. And then let's bend the left knee, send that left foot forward, soft landing in a lunge. Inhaling for your crescent lunge, big heart peeling up and open. And exhale, all hands down under your shoulders. Stepping the back foot forward, we're prepping for a standing split. So we can launch that right leg up, strong and long, bending the left knee a little or a lot. Hang your head, shake it out. Maybe experiment with that balance where we're holding the left ankle with some hands. Who knows how many hands we'll use today. Sometimes just one fingertip on the ground makes a huge difference. So try that. Okay, as we're ready, we're going to transition to a half moon. So putting your fingers back on the floor. Putting some little, the left fingertips are going to travel further out to the left. Right hand to right hip. Pick up your right hip and stack it over your left, opening your hips so that your toes point to the right of that right foot. So you're in another half moon. I'll spin around to face you again. Here in your half moon, lengthen your spine in all directions and experiment however you like best here, but strong in that right leg. Think of plugging the right leg into the hip so the core is active. And maybe you float those bottom fingertips. Okay, or maybe you change your gaze to look up. Find your expression of this posture. Take up a lot of space. Maybe one more big, luxurious breath here, yogis. And let's come down slowly, all fingers down under shoulders. Send the right toes back, so we're in a lunge again. 3-leg dog on your inhale, left leg up and out behind you. And exhale, drop that left foot. Vinyasa, inhaling heart forward. Exhale to your hands. Inhale all the way up, tippy toes. Whew, so much tippy toes today. Exhale to your tippy toe squat. Knees toward each other. Inhale, tippy toe stand. And exhale, heels down, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Very big fold, exhale. Palms are down. Inhale for your plank. Exhale all the way down. Inhale for your cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out here in your down dog. This will be our last downward facing dog for this class. And we're just gonna enjoy it. Just take some time here. Maybe again, close your eyes. Notice how it feels. Hopefully a little different from that first down dog we did. And then as you're ready, walk your feet all the way to your hands. See if you could tiptoe as close as you can without your palms peeling up. How far can you tiptoe? And when you get there, bend your knees and come to a seat. All right, welcome back to the floor. Lean back on your hands here. Take some windshield wipers. All right, so let's get a little bit more, we've gotten kind of warm, and now let's get a little bit more stretchy. So let's take the left leg out long in front, and we'll bring the right foot in. Just step on your inner thigh here. Step your right foot on your left inner thigh, and sitting up tall, facing out tall and proud toward the direction of that left foot. So we want our longest spine here. We want the hips super grounded. And I want you to cultivate a sense that your legs are working here. Your legs are actively pushing the ground away as your spine is lengthening. So you're active. We're putting a nice flex in that left foot, okay? Left ankle. So let's do a long spine inhale here. Think of grounding in your tailbone as you roll your heart up. And with your exhale, just move your heart towards your left foot. Just see how far it goes. Until your spine starts to kind of round. And then pause there. Inhale, bring it up. Make a long spine. Again, exhale, pull your heart towards your foot. Stop where you round. Let's do one more. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, fold it. So you're really trying to get the heart and the toes together. And let's hold it right here. So So put a really strong flex in your left foot, okay? I want you to activate the top of the leg. So you're trying to pull the left kneecap in towards your hip. The back of the leg is also active. So put a slight kick down, like you're trying to kick the floor at the same time as you're trying to kick yourself. And let that activity in the leg create an opportunity for release across your low back. If you want to come down to your elbows, great. You can keep a long neck though. Even if you want to drop your head, you can still keep that long neck. So activate that leg, kick down at the same time as you're kicking up. We want to feel some nice release all across the whole back side of your body here. From the back of your neck down to the bottom of your left foot. Maybe one more breath. And press yourself back up and out of this. So we're going to stay on this side. We're going to get a little more deep into this posture. So we've opened up the back of the left leg considerably. Let's keep the right leg bent. I just want you to pick up your left leg. So you're bending the knee, you're grabbing your left foot, bring it over to the other side of your right knee. And you're gonna have to move your right foot a little bit so you can sit down nice and firm on your hips. So get a nice purchase on the floor here with your hips. And then sit up tall, and we're just gonna turn this into a little twist for a moment. So both arms are gonna grab your left leg and squeeze it in towards your chest. And just, maybe even just naturally, you'll start to twist and look over that left shoulder, left fingers behind you, and squeeze that right leg, that left leg. So take your time here. We'll take several breaths. But we need to be pressing down through that left hip, okay? Think of lifting up with your spine on the inhale. And exhaling belly button to spine. Maybe one more big breath here. Okay, soften up out of this twist. So here's where we're going from here. If it feels all right, press your left knee over to the right a little bit. So you can kind of walk the left foot over to the right until your knees get kind of close, okay? And feel free to adjust this. So if you want to pull your feet in closer to you so that you sit just right between your feet, sometimes it's a little more gentle. And you can also extend the bottom leg. Okay, at any time, you can extend that bottom leg. So do keep that option open for yourself. But some kind of way, get your knees close, okay? And then make sure both of your sit bones are super heavy. We want our longest, most beautiful spine here, so make that spine nice and light. And settle down into this posture. We'll take several more breaths right here. So you want to think here, as you begin to settle into it, that the legs are not passive, and you'll get the best release here from activating a little bit, of course. So think of drawing the legs inward, so we're strengthening the legs inward toward each other. So we're strong in the inner thigh, strong in the hamstrings and the quads and the glutes. But we're also pressing the floor down a little bit. And that's where you're going to get some great release across your hips and your low back. Okay, we're going to need a little activity from the legs to do it. So keep that. Let's add some movement in the upper body. So strong left fingertips press down on the left. As you press down, that right hip gets really heavy. So keep those legs active. The right hand can come up, and we can have a really nice side stretch over to the right. Let's take a few breaths here. I want you to push that right hip down. Reach through your fingers. And maybe the right fingers come down by the left fingers. They just join them over there. Take some big breaths into the back of your rib cage. And keep that hip heavy. Let's keep our fingers together, but travel them over toward the front of your space, out where you're facing, okay? Like you walked your hands on a circle, maybe walk them out a little further. But I want you to keep your hips heavy, okay? So push down into your fingers. Make your neck long as you press the hips down. Keep the strong legs. If your legs start to fall asleep and clock off, just put them back to work. Okay, let's keep our fingers traveling together over to the right now. Take them far out there so you get a stretch, but press them down so you can really get the hips heavy. Breathe into that back body. And let's finish it off with some nice symmetry by reaching that left hand up and over as the right fingers push down so that the hips are extra grounded on the left. Breathe into that big left side of your body. As you're ready, come up and out of this. I'm going to have you lean back on your hands and kick your legs out softly. Give them a little shake. Okay, hopefully that feels nice. It's a good stretch. And we'll just do the other side. So from here, your right leg will be the long leg that we'll start out with. And the left foot will step onto the right thigh. Have a nice long spine here, extra grounded in your hips. And we're activating that right leg now. So I want the front of your right leg turned on. You can flex the foot and pull the kneecap in. We want the back of the leg turned on, so we're slightly kicking down and both legs are resisting the floor. Long spine inhale, fingertips under your shoulders. And exhale, heart moves toward that right big toe. Pause where you round. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, long spine, lift it. Exhale, fold it. Heart forward. 1 more, just like that, okay? Long spine, inhale. Heart forward, exhale. And let's pause here. So remember your options. You can come to your elbows, but strong in the right leg. Make it so incredibly strong. And that's where you're going to get that release that you want in the low back and the hips. Legs resist the floor slightly. Maybe let your head hang. All right, maybe 1 more breath right here. It feels really nice in that outer hip. Bring it up. Okay. So let's keep the left leg bent, but let's pick up the right foot. So we'll bend that right knee. Right foot stamps on the outside of the left knee. And we're turning this into a twist, so we might need to move the left foot a little further out so we can sit into that right hip. Hold that right leg very close to you, like you wanted to pull it into your heart. And then maybe right fingers behind you. Then you can long spine inhale in your twist. Belly button to spine, exhale. Find some long, slow breath here. Think of releasing any and all tension along outer hip, low back. Feel a big expansion in your chest on the right side. All right, we're rolling out of this twist. No rush, take your time. So now we'll transition to either a half or a full cow face posture. It's Gomukhasana. So here we go. That's the one where we get the knees close together. So I'll give you some options. Just bring the knees close. You can take your feet in close to your hips to make it less intense. Okay? You can take your feet away from your hips to make it more intense. And you have the option to extend that bottom leg. Okay. And it's a lot more gentle. So keep your options open, but find that place where your knees are close and both hips are firmly on the ground. Okay, using whatever modification you need to. And from that very grounded hip feeling, right fingers all the way out to the right. Okay, we're pressing down into the right hand so the left hip gets extra heavy. And that left hand can sweep up and over, giving us a lot of extra space in the side body. To remember your neck is long here. It hasn't gotten swallowed in your shoulders, has it? The left fingers can now join the right fingers over there. We get a great stretch across the back body, so let's breathe into this. Still attempting to keep your spine long and your neck. All right, remembering to keep your hips heavy. Let's start walking these fingers around in a circle shape toward the front of your space where your knees are pointing. Take some time here, press the hips down. And then let's keep the hands all the way out on that circle. Let's keep them going all the way over to the left. We're pausing here, getting a great stretch across the back of the rib cage. So use your breath to spread open all those sticky spots. And then finishing off with that right hand sweeping up overhead. Okay, big side stretch on that right side. So remember, press your hips down. And as you're ready, we're coming all the way back up. Again, lean back on your hands. You can kick your feet out. And take a few windshield wipers here. Notice how that hips, that low back of the rib cage. Okay, friends, from here, tuck your hands behind your knees. We're rolling it all the way down. Circle your knees around here, giving your hips a little bit more of a massage. Notice if your hip joints and all the muscles around feel any different than they did when we started about an hour ago. Hopefully we're feeling a lot more free and warm and mobile. So let's keep the right leg that we've got in the right hand, release the left leg all the way to the floor. And you can start just by taking your right hand to the inside of your right knee and grabbing onto your shin from within, okay? And you think of maybe bringing that knee in towards your chest. And if it feels all right, maybe walk your hand up to the outer edge of your right foot. I like to do thumb and bunny fingers around the inside of the right big toe, okay? And kind of looping the right toe. But whatever's gonna work for you here, I want you to start to pull that right knee downward towards your armpit. So some kind of way, however you have it, bring that right knee in. I want you to feel some nice opening on that right inner thigh. That hip crease, okay? Now let's see what happens if we slowly and lovingly, without forcing or pushing, extend that right heel toward the ceiling, okay? So we're not looking for any kind of pain, of course. We would never want to do that. But see if you can feel a nice long line of extension, of release along the back of the right leg, and just pause where you feel that, okay? No matter what shape it's in. Breathe into that. See if you can allow it to soften a little bit, and maybe ground that right shoulder blade to the best of your ability. Now, remember that you can put a bend in that right knee at any time at all, okay? Now, what would happen if we wanted to drop the right leg slowly out to the right? So thinking of kind of allowing this right hip to open up to the ceiling. Okay, as you do that, notice if your left hip tends to come up off the floor, grab it and put it down. So we want that left hip to stay on the floor. And we'll just breathe here. We can always bend the right knee and grab somewhere else. Keep your options open. Okay, finding some nice spaciousness in that right hip. So stay strong here, stay connected with that right leg. We'll lift that leg back up and in. And I want you to keep the right leg, but we're gonna switch hands. So now the left hand is coming either for the right shin, foot, or toe, you decide. Now the right arm is on the floor on the right. And we're gonna do the same thing with this right leg here. We're gonna bend it or extend it as much as we like. So I just kind of want you to feel it out. And then slowly allow the foot to drop over to the left. So you're taking a twist here. Now you can bend it and whatever you need, but see if you could get that right shoulder blade on the floor. And take some really big breaths here. Long spine inhale. Belly button to spine on your exhale. Maybe one more breath in this twist. Sending extra space into all your ribs. And as you're ready, let's bring that right foot back in through center. Right here, see if you want to grab the right foot or the knee with both hands here and maybe encourage it a little closer to your heart. So getting a little extra stretch before we leave. And remember to keep the leg active. As you're ready, bend that right leg. We're going to let the leg go on the floor and just rest. Okay? And now we're switching sides. So let's get the left knee in. And we'll start just by bringing the left hand on the inside of the knee and grabbing the shin. And for some of us, this is where we'd want to stay as we just pull that knee closer to the armpit. For some of us, we prefer to grab the foot. Some prefer to grab the toe. So just find what's making sense for you today. And feel out that left hip crease. How's it feeling? As you're ready, slowly, respectfully extend through that left heel. Okay. Remember, you can bend for less intensity at any time or change your grip. Okay. But take a little time, find just something that feels nice along the back of that left leg. No pain. Okay. And then as you're ready, start to drop that left leg out to the left. It doesn't have to come all the way to the floor. And if you notice the right hip coming up, grab it and put it down. We want that hip down. So we'll take a few breaths here. Hopefully feeling a lot of freedom around your hips and low back. And as you're ready, we'll lift that left leg actively back into center. Keep the leg, but switch hands. So now the right hand comes to that left foot or knee. And we need to make sure everything feels right as we start to drop that left foot over to the right. So take your time here. Feel free to fidget and make everything feel perfect. But eventually your left shoulder blade is grounded and you're looking to the left. Big breath here in your twist. Maybe one more nice breath here. And let's bring it all back in. So let's bring that left leg back in. And then one more time here, maybe you just want a little bonus stretch. We're gonna put both hands on that left foot or knee and maybe have a little extra space in the back of the leg. You wanna open up. And then let's let that left leg go on the floor. And find your resting posture. Okay, so allow yourself to let go of control of your breath, your body, and just watch your thoughts here. Just participate in this moment. Experience it, soak it in, all the sensations of your practice swirling around in your body. Rest here as long as you can. At least 5 minutes would be ideal. And just giving your body time to assimilate and integrate all of the many experiences it just had. With a little tuck in your chin, make sure the back of your neck is uncreased. And a little smile plays on the corner of your soft lips. And this is where I'll leave you for our practice today, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me, for taking care of yourself.